Why? Who do we have here? Ooh, it's Miss Nicki Lewinsky. Okay. You better watch your gown, girl. All right. Yes. Yes. It is me. This is the music judge and jury, and also AKA Queen Millennial. Okay, and today we're here to talk about where Nicki needs to go next musically, if she is going to continue putting out albums at all, because we still haven't got I'm not sure what's an extension on Pink Friday 2, but for Pink Friday 2, don't need no extensions on it, honey. You don't need that album is just not that girl like that, okay? We've heard way better from her. But anyway, we'll get into all of that in a minute. But as usual, before we get started, a word. Some of you know that you're out there spinning your wheels and you're seeing no progress forward. Your wheels are just spinning as you step on the gas. Isn't it time for you to ask for help? Tweak something, realize that something's not working out there. You know what the saying is for insanity, right? You got to change a little something. Okay, anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about here. Welcome back. This is It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. The show where I talk about popular music and popular artists from today, yesterday, and beyond. Also, of course, independent recording artists. Let me fix this for a moment. Yep, just get it right on up there. Oh, come on. Come on. That's it. Get it right on up there. Bam. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, yes. I'm working now the workhorse. All right. So, we're here to talk about what moves Nicki should make to not only truly keep her name and not just the barbs, because maybe she is fine with the barbs being, you know what I'm saying, the fan base that she already cares about. She doesn't want to expand, she doesn't want to grow. But that's what I was missing. Hold on. That irks me. Okay. And she wants to come back with a new project, right? Because, again, if we compare her to somebody like a Beyonce or a Lady Gaga, they're all in the same age millennial bracket. Matter of fact, who all of us, because all of us, this includes me as well, we're all in the same age bracket. But when it comes to the millennials who are like really truly eating right now, honestly, Nicki Minaj would be in like last place, right? When it comes to the kind of project she's releasing versus Beyonce, who just totally keeps snatching her wigs every time she releases an album. And Lady Gaga is really truly back in her full form. We're waiting for Nicki Minaj to come back in her full form because she has not made it back yet. And now my brows, and some other eyebrows are starting to raise about what's happening here, Nicki. Okay, what's happening here? You are still that girl, but in order to wear the crown, your music, you gotta come with it, honey. Okay? And so let's get into it. Give a laugh, get a drink, grab some Marlowe, I don't know, some chips, some popcorn, sit down, have a seat, because this is that girl or is not that girl. Take it away.
It's a trap. One life, they wanna be around, no matter how you are getting down. There's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life.
Hello, welcome back to It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Now I'm Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. Those are great platforms and tools, of course, as I say on my wonderful episodes, that help to build that brand, that name, that business, of course, that reputation up, but most importantly, community. And hopefully you, yes, I'm talking to you, will be joining this community today by hitting that like button. Share people that you know that like artists, commentary, reactions, and reviews, okay? And to become truly a part of this community right here, excuse me, you have to go ahead and comment, subscribe, and notification bell, honey. Now, let's go ahead and get right on into this thing. All right, so Miss Nicki Lewinsky started off very strong, as we all know, when she came to the game for the mainstream, okay? Started off very strong, and she was hitting all the way through a full decade, or a little bit more. But somehow there seems to be a disconnect now between the time she got married to Kenneth Petty and having her baby, right? There's some disconnect that's there that I don't know if the fire is honestly still burning bright as when she was really truly hungry to be on a level of success that she's been on for a little over a decade. But, you know, when she came back out, she had the baby and whatnot, the music was, there was a song or two that I was like, okay. That didn't result in the album. She went away for a minute again, and then she came back, right? She came back and she dropped, excuse me. Oh, God darn it. These things don't work correctly. Anyway. And so she dropped a single, Super Freaky Friday. And, you know, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, Nicki, a sample, of course, you know, samples are very, very common in the rap world, right? But for some reason, I just wasn't really impressed with this song at all, right? I just thought this kind of came out of nowhere. You know, and so I didn't know this was a new era or not. I thought she was just releasing a single. Well, you know, fast forward, you know, because I had criticized her other single in 2020 during the panoramic, you know what I'm trying to say, the panoramic. When she had that, I forget what it was called, but I was like, Nicki, this is not giving. These bars, what is this, girl? So yeah, I felt like it kind of started there, and it didn't get much better when she finally got to Pink Friday 2. And then I was saying to myself, this is not even worthy of Pink Friday 2 at all. It doesn't even measure up to it. And yet she says the things about it's not supposed to be like this or sound like it or blah blah. But she knows how iconic that first album was. And here's the thing, in my opinion, Pink Friday Reloaded, Roman's Revenge, was actually Pink Friday 2. In my opinion. Anybody else agree out there? Pink Friday Reloaded, Roman's Edition, was, I thought, Pink Friday 2. Was it not? And this probably should have been Pink Friday 3. But honestly, she should have named this album something completely different, because it just had no connection or attachment at all to Pink Friday 1 or Reloaded, right? It was a whole nother album. The thing is, yeah, she was giving us a mixtape version of herself again, but for some reason, the mixtape from top to bottom just truly wasn't hitting. The album cover was giving me something to be excited about, and it looked like it kind of mirrored the theme of the first album. You know, it wasn't the girl. Like Lady Gaga's Chromatica. That just wasn't the girl. You know what I'm saying? And if you're talking about between, let's say, for example, if I put Nicki Minaj, again, we're going to use Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Nicki Minaj. And number one right now, bringing it from 1 to 3, would be Beyonce. Number 2 will be Gaga. And number 3 will be Nicki Minaj, because of how their current careers have been going, and this quarter of their careers, this decade of their careers, right, in the 2020s. All right. And Beyonce has just been slaying back to back. There is no complaints about any of her albums at all. Coming from an artistic point of view, not just the average listener or consumer. Okay. There have been about Gaga's album or two, you know, mainly it's Chromatica. Yeah. There's the sonics on that. Compared to her other work, but and Nicki Minaj comes in with Pink Friday 2, which I still don't go back to this day. To this day, I'm just like, nah. And here's an unpopular opinion. She can take Pink Print with her too, because Pink Print, to me, compared to those first 2 albums, I was like, not impressed to go back to these albums, to go back to this album. Honestly, the Pink Print, I think you Barbs have, or the Barbs watching, when you're watching Barbs, I think y'all said that this was y'all favorite album, right? At least at the time before Pink Friday 2. I don't know if that's your new favorite album right now, right? But to be honest, Pink Print, artistically to me, compels in comparison to Pink Friday. Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, right? Pales in comparison to that. I know that was the era that Nicki was trying to come off more, less characterish, less actorish, and she wanted to come off more Onika Mirage, but there was just something missing for me. I tried to do it several times, and I was just like, yeah, you know. But this Pink Friday 2 album gave me the same kind of, as a whole body of work, yeah. So I want to need Nicki Minaj to do take the Lady Gaga approach, okay? If she releases new music, take the Lady Gaga approach with the reheating her nachos and doing it successfully, where it's tasty. It got the crunch it used to have. Actually, somehow it tastes even better than the first time, right? That's what we're going for here, because Gaga came back and she snatched wigs and she blew backs out, okay? She snatched wigs and she blew backs out with mayhem. Okay, I'm gonna need Nicki Minaj to do the same thing this time. Come back to Snatch Week, reheat your nachos. Okay, we thought that you were possibly reheating your nachos with Pink Friday 2. We didn't really get Pink Friday 2 in my personal artist opinion. Okay, we didn't get that. We got something else that was okay, we're strictly talking about the music here. Nothing in her personal life. I love Miss Nicki. Okay, that's my girl, right? But we still have to be critical of her faves, right? We still have to be critical. And I'm coming from an artist who's really, truly, deeply passionate about the music and the artistry, to another artist who I know could just do so much better, right? Because she is that girl. But even sometimes that girl can slip, okay, and fall over on her 9-inch heels. Okay, we're gonna need Miss Nicki's next album to be sickening. So reheat the reheat the nachos of a Pink Friday 2, or not a Pink Friday 2. Really reheat the nachos of a Pink Friday 1, or even Reloaded, but do it in a way like Lady Gaga did. That where are you now? Where are you today? Okay, with some updated sounds that are reminiscent of those bodies of work, but you can clearly tell it's a more evolved version. That's what we're gonna need from Miss Nicki Lewinsky this time. Okay? Don't come back with that same kind of mixtape feel again, girl. When you come back, you need to bring your A game, because right now, when it comes to the three divas, as I like to call them, Beyonce in first place, Gaga in second, and you in third. You want to nobody's catching up to Beyonce right now. Okay, nobody can take her place at this point. Right now, nobody can take her place right now. Okay, right now, because Beyonce has really, truly made no missteps with her albums. This is not coming from a listener's perspective. This is coming from an artist's perspective. Okay, she eats every album. Now, the girls, Gaga and Nicki, they've made some missteps here and there, a little shaky. Pink Friday 2, and like, again, my personal opinion, was a misstep. It was a little I might revisit this one time and then be like, yeah, it's not. It don't make me want to go back to it like Pink Friday 2. It don't even make me want to go back to it like Queen. I would play Queen over and over and over again, despite what the public had to say, despite what the Barbs had to say. I'll go back to it again and again and again. Because that album, despite what you have to say, is a great album. Oh yes. Is that controversial? Is that a hot take? Queen is a great album. Point blank in the period. Okay? But to really wrap this up, I just really wanted to say that when she come back, this is her, in my opinion, when it comes to the GP, right? Because she obviously wants that fame, or else she wouldn't be jumping on people like 6ix9ine tracks. She wouldn't be jumping on Ice Spice's Latte, right? She would be jumping on these new Gen Z artists' tracks, trying to stay relevant, right? She would come up with an album that's just going to make every generation's heads turn. And they're not all gonna like it, right? They're not all gonna love it as the listeners, but everybody will be talking. Everybody will be talking about it. That's what Beyonce has managed to do with Lemonade. No, everybody, every generation, their heads turned, right? Because that's a household name, just like Nicki. Everybody's head turned. And they were talking about whether it was good or bad, but they were talking about it, okay? The people were talking. It's not their flavor, but they're talking about it. And they're talking about it for more than one day, right? That's what Beyonce did with Lemonade. It's what she did with, what was the next album after Lemonade? It was with Renaissance, right? And that's what she did with Cowboy Carter, right? All of those seem to turn out to be conversation pieces, not because I was the aim. It's just that's just who Beyonce is now, right? She's a risk taker. She's a bad, you know what I'm saying? She's a bad, okay? And y'all need to take and Gaga and Nicki take a look at Beyonce and say, what do I need to do in my career to do something like that, right? So, it ain't got to be an album like that, obviously, but do what Gaga did. Actually, Nicki, look at Gaga for a minute. That's who you need to focus on, okay? Because I feel like that's more up your alley, more up your lane of the strategy and marketing that you need to pull off this time is reheating your nachos successfully, one-on-one, okay? Go back to like the Pink Friday and the Pink Friday Reloaded, whatever, and capture that magic again, but updated in who you are right now, okay? Everything needs to hit the sonics, the lyrics, everything together. The feel, the voices, everything. And that is my 2 cents on what Nicki truly needs to do next, okay? So this has been Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer, aka Work Lena, the workhorse. And of course, the Audacity Queen, the Technology Queen, and Queen Millennial. Now, of course, if you got your life today, you must hit the like button, okay? You must hit the likes button. Okay, now, to truly become a part of this community, subscribe, share people that you know that like artist commentary, reaction reviews, yeah, and of course, notification bell to know when more videos are dropping. Okay, now you've been here this long, so that means that you are ready for the artist, musician, entertainer, right? Because that's what I said I am. And if you're new, it's exciting because now I get to show you what I can do. So usually I would do the trio, but I'm not going to sing today because I'm recovering from a respiratory virus that's going around. So we're just going to do the acapella rap, and then I'm going to do a song, okay? The same song I do all the time. All right, here we go. I want to take you back to a time where it was harder for somebody like me to get signed. And now I don't want to be signed, okay? It was even harder cause I'm gay. Labels with the price they would have to pay. Would never dare to camouflage. Being of the fake messed up mirage. Now I'm doing shit here on my own. Ready to proclaim my golden throne. Boys come around and they say what's up. And I see the crowd they're about to erupt. And now, the song.
I know you're out there looking for a stress reliever.
You're looking for a stress reliever out there.
Drugs, the alcohol,
here we go.
But let me tell you what you need to do. Here we go. Blood pressure, you worked all day like the messenger. Work so hard that the bills are high. All you do is cry me a freaking try. I punch that clock every freaking day. Still on your money, you got to pay. Fuck that shit, man, you need relief, but you got this grief for the fucking cheap. Some take care of the freaking kids, munching your plate for your freaking lid. Stress too much, always in a rush, and even brushing and feeling flush. What is it that you're gonna do? Gonna have something relieving you. Time to get out when the music plays every freaking day. All I gotta say is jump, turn that music loud. I wanna see no hands in the crowd. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Lose your mind to the beat, shake it up, keep moving your feet. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. And if you're stressed,
And that is all I will be giving you, okay? Now, anyway, if you want to hear that song in its entirety, then comment in the comment section. You ready? Let me hear that song. And I most certainly will, absolutely for free. Okay.
it's a trap. One life, they wanna be around. No matter how you are getting down, there's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down, yes, they wanna be around and they wanna see you frown. One life, they wanna